Well, it's almost time for the second LMB Street Fighter race, but first we'll just have a quick word with Duncan McMillan. Duncan, you ride this Supermoto machine in the Street Fighter C. Good fun out there last season and the start of this season so far. Plans to win the championship?
Hopefully, yeah. We just have to get the engine fixed that we blew up on Friday due to main bearings. We've got the standard engine in here now, which is 6 horsepower down, so I'm doing my best this weekend, but a couple of thirds so far, so happy enough with what I've got.
And we really are trying to get some more people to get on their Supermoto bikes, get them out of the garage and come and join us.
Definitely. 2 of my friends will turn up today. They're getting ACU licences and they'll be joining us, one for Anglesey and hopefully one for Mallory after that.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Duncan. We'll get back to the action now. We're on the grid, almost ready for race 2.
Thanks very much, Steve. Yes, it is the LMB Streetfighters. We saw a superb race from there earlier on. Remember, we have 3 classes out there, and there's Barry Utting, number 30, leading Street Fighter B runner on the grid. And there's 40, Keith Smith, Mr. Potato Head, leading Street Fighter A. Alongside him, the man who, well, maybe he shouldn't be here, because he should be on his honeymoon. It's 44, Mick Riddle. And his new wife, well, let's watch the lights time, and Street Fighters are away. Don't forget the Street Fighter C class, probably the most competitive class out there at the moment. Charging along, and at the back of the grid we have the Thundersport 500s taking part in the Thundersport 500 trophy race. So lots to look at in this race as we charge off down Craner Curves for the first time.
Solid start there for Barry Utting, but he's going to get overtaken into the old hairpin there by Keith Smith. So normal services resumed there for Smithy. Riddle in 3rd position, and then those 3 Street Fighter C machines. In fact, there's 4 of them there. That'll be Davey, the 2 users, and Duncan McMillan, who we just spoke to before this race.
And there's Barry Utting in 2nd place. Look at that. Only Barry Utting has that style. He's flat on the tank everywhere. Look at it. Supported as usual by Penrith Motorcycles, one of the most loyal personal sponsors, I think, in the history of motorcycling. Barry has supported their name for many, many a season.
Yeah, certainly, as far back as when I started racing, I remember seeing it on the old 250 GP bike, the Penrith Motorcycles, so they have been loyal supporters. There's Tony Hughes, winner of the first Street Fighter C race. He's got a little bit on his plate at the moment because his son is beating him, as is the likes of Brad Davey there, also up there. Duncan McMillan just a little bit further behind.
Yes, Duncan will be hot to get in the mix. He does not want to drop too far from this because he really thoroughly enjoyed himself during the first race. Also noticed that Andy Driver is making great progress in the back of the grid once again. So Keith Smith through in the lead. You'll be pleased, Steve, to know that when I was on my world trip this winter, we had to fetch up in Memphis, stayed at Heartbreak Hotel, and actually bought, guess what, Mr. Potato Head dressed as Elvis. Almost bought it to Donington, but I was worried it would get a ride.
Well, you never know. It probably would get a ride later on in the year, because this is unlike Keith Smith to be unscathed. Bless him. Brand new leathers, but, well, maybe we'll have to stick an Elvis wig on Keith Smith to see if there's any resemblances. There he is in the lead, ahead of Barry Utting. Then Mick Riddle. Then we should have the Street Fighter C's. There's Brad Davey. There's Mark Hughes. Then Tony Hughes, the father, currently in the back. It's interesting, you know, Robin, they were saying down the back straight that they're waiting to see on the Street Fighter C's whose front end dives down first to see who can outbrake who. So there's a clear indication on these supermoto bikes of when the others are braking. That's provided they do decide to do it in time. A little bit further back, there's Martin Smith.
Well, I think the marshals at Redgate ought to be told about that, and indeed those at Goddard, waiting to receive them. But Keith Smith at the moment still leads this from Barry Utting, of course, both of them leaders because they're in different classes.
And well, there's just a bit of a moment there for David Beswick. He just got, well, the door was closed by Mark Lum in the Street Fighter B class, so he's going to rejoin safely.
He's on one of the 500s in the trophy section of the race, but up front, Keith Smith still leads Barry Utting in 2nd place. And Gary Cook at the moment, between the 2 of them, just being lapped.
And there's the battle for C. Look at this.
Great stuff there. Tony Hughes shuffling his way to the front of the pack. And Brad Davey mixing it in there. Brad's number 14 and 38, of course, is the son of Tony Hughes, Mark Hughes. And there, as we see, Keith Smith progressing on his merry way at the top of the race and heading Class A, of course. Mark Hughes has just set a new lap record for Street Fighter C at Donington Park as he just shuffles to the head of that little group again. Yeah,
that's about the only battle we've got left here in this Street Fighter race. Smithy here is going to win the Street Fighter race by a little bit over Steve Bradbury, but it's going to be Barry Utting that takes second overall. Who's going to get Street Fighter C win, though?
Well, could be anyone, couldn't it? Sid's got the checkered flag out there, and they're winners both, Keith Smith and Barry Utting, A and B. But just a few moments before that titanic struggle for the Class C Championship comes down and got us for the last time. Tony Hughes, oh, and he just biffs his son Mark there, and it's going to be Tony that makes it to the line. And, well, I would like to be around their house for tea. Oh, is that what they get up to? Tony Hughes, the dad, takes the victory in Street Fighter C from his son Mark there. And Brad Davey picks up third and thinks, thank goodness I'm a member of the Davey family. Oh, Keith Smith then, the overall winner. Barry Utting, Mick Riddle third, Tony Hughes, Mark Hughes and Brad Davey for 56th. And in the 500 trophy, Brian Spreadborough took the win from Mark Sewell and Martin Smith. There they are on their podium, and that confirms the result. Andy Scanlon picked up fourth ahead of Dave Bezic. Nick Little had a DNF. Well, there we see the Street Fighter Ace. Keith Smith, the winner from Steve Bradbury and Gary Cook. And those three lead the Class Ace point standings as well, ahead of Martin Stania. And in Street Fighter B, well, Barry Utting taking the win in Class B from Mick Riddle on his honeymoon and Rob Norman. Points, Barry leads from Rob Norman, Barry Rudge third, Mick Riddle fourth, Mark Lunn fifth and Andy Castle in sixth. And finally, the hard-fought Street Fighter C, Tony Hughes with a win ahead of Mark Hughes and Brad Davey. Tony Hughes heads the points from Brad Davey. Duncan McMillan's up next from Mark Hughes in fourth. Andy Driver fifth and Keith Warren sixth.